Creydall Systems, meeting the IT needs of business in South Australia.
Adam Randall from Creydall Systems. Today we're going to be talking about virtualisation, and not on a technical level but more on a business level, so that you can gain an understanding of what all the fuss is about, why you should be looking at virtualisation, and the steps to take to actually virtualise your server or your servers. The biggest point to make is that it's actually far more efficient, especially and also the more servers you have, the more efficient it is. So, for instance, you may only have to spend $10,000 or $20,000 on a single server, a single physical server, yet you could run potentially 10 or 20 virtual servers on that one physical server, whereas prior to this you would have had to have 15 or 20 physical servers. Now, that's an enormous cost saving right there. The other cost saving, of course, is the power involved. You're using far less power. The more servers you use now, the far less power you're going to use using virtualisation. Most mid-range businesses, most of the larger companies have all gone over to virtualisation. It just makes a great deal of sense. It's a great cost saving factor. For the smaller end of town, they've now got both VMware and Microsoft now offer free versions of their operating system, of their virtual operating system. So it's a low cost entry into the world of virtualisation, where you as a small business, all you're basically paying for is the time for the consultant to come out, transfer, and rather than actually having to rebuild the server, your existing physical server, it's a simple conversion process. You convert your existing physical server over to a virtual server, store it onto a temporary place, and then we put the virtual operating system onto your server, and then we bring back across your new virtual server onto that machine. And it may seem like a lot of work just for what's essentially exactly the same thing as you had before. However, you can now have the opportunity to put another server onto that server, or you could put virtual workstations onto that server, or you may have another great feature is open source appliances. You may want a customer relationship management system like Sugar CRM. Well, it comes pre-packaged. All you do is download a file, start it up onto the virtual server, and you've got a corporate client management system. So things like that, it's very, very handy, and it can all be controlled from one location.
Creydall Systems is the company that manages IT from a business perspective through integration and automation of best practices within the industry.